Mindshifters, hello, how are you on this wonderful morning? I just wanted to do a video on the reason why I don't do cheat days. So let me just start off. First of all, if you incorporate cheat days or cheat meals or cheat drinks into your nutrition or to your way of life and it works for you, I want you to continue to do that. I do not want to shame anyone or uh, make anyone feel any type of way if they do incorporate cheat meals. But this is to give a little bit more about my perspective about things. And as I'm talking with people during just regular conversations or consultations, they tend to ask me about my opinions. So I always try to make people feel comfortable, and I want them to feel comfortable with transitioning or starting the keto diet or trying a low carb, nutrition plan. But a lot of folks ask me like, Paula, do you do cheat days? So I'm going to give an answer of no, I don't, and I'm going to explain why I don't. So I my this whole weight loss journey or health journey has really just it's been an eye-opener to me. It's been such a learning experience about myself, about my family. It's forced me to really just kind of look at myself from many different facets. For me, I believe that I had a food addiction. And I know when we hear addiction, we think about, people that are addicted to painkillers or Tina or meth or some substance, alcohol. But I really believe now that I'm reading up about addictions and food addiction that I had a food addiction because, or that I am, an addict of a sort. And maybe we all are, because the way I used food, it was similar to how addicts, and when we think about addicts that are addicted to substance abuse, how they use the substances. So I would overeat. I felt so good. Did I tell you guys about my donut hole and my tortilla chips and salsa con queso? Like I know it seems funny to some people, but that was like my thing. Like I would literally get in it with my son about whether he went into my stash. You know what I mean? So it's serious. I would eat until I was full, and I thought that was, what you were supposed to do. I thought you were supposed to eat until you couldn't buckle your pants. So, and it felt so good. And what is it, dopamine? I felt so good after eating certain foods, and then I, immediately feel horrible. Either my stomach would get upset, or I would feel nauseated, or I would just feel bloated and fat and just disgusting. That's kind of how I felt. Not again describing anyone else. So for me, in my life so far, this is the how I feel now after transitioning keto. And again, I'm not trying to put a plug in keto. If you want to try something else or you don't think keto is for you, I respect your opinion. But I've never felt so good. I've never slept so good. My skin is actually clearing up. My mental clarity, that's a big thing for me. And I don't have any lethargic. I was really suffering from that. Like I get out of bed, I sleep like 7, 8 hours straight. So I've never felt this good. And keto and really listening to Dr. Eric Berg and reading I had the book, The Obesity Code, Jason Fung. It forced me to really look at my habits. So for me, a cheat day, I don't want a cheat day. And if I have a taste for something, or I'm like nostalgic or something about something I used to eat, I try to find like either low carb or keto version, or I just play around in the kitchen myself, because I don't want to go back. So I'm sorry for being long-winded, but that's essentially, and I'm going to try to like insert, I'm still trying to figure this out, some pictures right about now. Because I want you guys to see that I don't want to go back. And it's so easy for me, I'm not talking about anybody else, but it's so easy for me if I cheat, quote unquote, cheat one meal, it'll be 2 meals, it'll be 3 meals. If I cheat one day, it'll be 2 days in 3 days. So I'll still do videos and stuff. And I, of course, with my people that I'm working with, if they need a cheat meal or cheat day, I incorporate that in there. But for me, and what I realize my disposition, and maybe it's a learned behavior, maybe it's genetics from my family, they tend to, our behaviors, if we're not on a discipline or if we're not on a routine, it will not work out for us. And I have so many family members that are like functioning addicts, particularly like functioning crack addicts. Meaning they have a job, they pay their bills, but they may take the weekend to get high. And arguably, if you can operate and you're functional and you don't harm anyone, who am I to judge? I'm definitely not judging anyway. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to come down off of a high and rewire my body and anything like that. So for me, it's like the cheat days it's not going to work for my personality. For someone else, it's going to keep you going and keep you. But for me, and if anyone's out there like me, hey, one day is going to turn into 2 days, and then now we're at 2 months, and then we're at 2 years. And sometimes I think I just look over my life. It's like I've known how to like at least lose weight. I'm not going to talk about like health and nutrition, but I've known how to like lose weight. And so why did I know the formula about how to manage my weight, and I still didn't do it? And that's an issue for all of us. We can know the formula, but the doing is what is the challenge. And I'm in a state of doing now. So, and I just cannot go back. I can't stress that enough. I don't want to go back. And I remember how I used to feel, and how I think nutrition is connected to like, even like if you're prone to mood disorders, or at least the depression that I had. Like I've just never felt so better. And even when I get into like hormonal, like if it's that time of the month or I feel sad, it doesn't stay long. I'm able to bounce back because mentally I can logically walk through whatever the issue is. So again, I don't want to belabor the point, and I don't want to make anyone feel bad. But for me, I don't do cheat days, because that cheat day would really throw off my whole, at this point, and maybe just where I'm at, the maturity of where I'm at in my walk, my nutrition walk, it would throw me off. And I don't have a desire, honestly, for a cheat day. And I'll give you all a story. My son went to prom. He graduates next year, but his girlfriend graduated this year. So he went to prom this year, and we all met and took pictures. And, I ended up crying and being really emotional. And a friend of mine who's amazing came out, and she's like, I want to take you to dinner, and you're going to get a drink. And I was really like, I don't want to drink. But let me just tell you how you can get around that. One, you can just, be very stern and rigid and say, I don't want to drink. And if you really don't have a drink. But if you do, or you're interested in kind of having, like, being down, you can always go and research what sort of drinks, or wines rather, would fit into the keto diet. Just stick to the amount and just sip on it and enjoy your meal. So I had a meal that was, keto friendly. And I just sort of, sipped on some wines that are kind of on like the keto approved list rather. But those are ways to get around like functions and dinners and dates and different things like that. But for me, it's a lifestyle. It is my lifestyle. It's my way of life. And I hope that helps someone, and it maybe someone understands where I'm coming from. If you give one little inch, you don't know how to just take the inch, you take a mile. And for me, I just don't want anything to disrupt the progress and just how I feel. So Mindshifters, I'm sorry to be long-winded, but I just want to share that with you, because I've been running into that quite frequently, a lot of conversations. And I've tried to make videos too, that you all can see when I'm rushing, or if Eric is, here's a date, or if I'm in training and I'm busy. Like I have one full-time job and I'm about to get two part-time jobs. And my coaching, even though it's a business, it's something I love to do. So whether I'm like the most profitable with that, it's just something I love to do. And social media, I do. If you all notice, I'm very regimented about when I respond and when I upload. It's normally on the weekends or on a day I have off. Even I really enjoy it. And I'm just learning more about technology. So you can see I'm pretty regimented. But I don't want to go back, guys. But you'll see certain meals where I found certain products that are, it fits into my macros. It may not be like pure keto for life, but it's still within that formula. It doesn't take me completely off track. I just hope, anyways, sorry for rambling, but I hope that helps someone. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you. And this is my video on why I don't do cheat days. And I'm definitely going to post some before. I didn't take a lot of befores in the last few years because I was so ashamed, but I've tried to look and see if I can find some befores so you all can see my before. Let's keep working. If you do fall off the wagon, I'm here to help you. There's so many other resources. Mindshifters, do not give up, okay? I love you guys. Mind shifting out.